pretty good opening there.
It is. It is a great opening.
And, you know, just like all the good shows out there, you have to have lots of stuff going on down below.
And we have a lot of stuff going on.
Nobody reads the stuff down below.
They
but
don't?
You have to have it going on for people to do. And like I say to everybody, to enjoy our platform.
Yeah.
Watch it at 2 times speed. Because sometimes
We're Oklahomans.
Yeah, we talk slow. And it saves you half of your life.
If you watch it at 2 times speed.
So watch us at 2 times speed. Now, we haven't done a show for a while.
No,
right?
we haven't.
And I've been, you know, you asked me, you know, see, God bless America. Well, God bless the world. Yes. You know? God bless the world. Yeah. And you say, Mark, what are you doing? You know, what are you thinking in that brain up there?
What are you thinking in that brain?
And I say, man, I'm trying to reach out and, you know, just tell people how good God is and everything. Yes. And make people aware of what's going on in the world. Okay. As best as I can, without...
In your perspective?
In my perspective, without duping people. You know, I don't want to dupe anybody. No. I'm going to use what I see and give my opinions. So, you know, that's why we say do your own research.
Do your own research.
Now, but God said, listen, I gave you a platform that reaches tens of people, right? And so he said, use it to your best ability. So here we are today again. Yes. Let's get on. Let's not bore the people.
Yeah, let's not.
Okay. So today's show is common sense versus science. Okay. And also, because now that we're doing the show, I can't think of these big words, but it's common sense and my intuition. There you go. That's why you watch it at 2 times speed. Yeah. To get to intuition. Common sense and intuition versus science. Now, because I've been talking to people, you know, friends, yes, family, that say, Mark, we believe the science. You know, we know people that look into the science, and I'm like, oh, okay, you know, good, you know, that's good for you, right? You should look into the science, right? You should. But the science might not be what you think. You know, sometimes you don't want to listen to other people's, you know, dealings with everything. You might want to just use your own common sense. Yes. And intuition. Okay. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to give you an example, you know. Okay. Like, we're sitting here and the CV, it's out there, right? Yes. And they say, well, you know what? What should we do? You know,
I don't know.
Things are getting bad out there, they say.
They're not bad.
No. Well, they said, you know, they were saying, you know, so we got to do something about this. Yeah. Let's take the people that are sick. Yeah. And put them in with the elderly. Yes. Right? Absolutely. Put them in with the elderly, the people that are most affected by pneumonias. And, you know, and this thing was for sure known that it was affecting the lungs. Yeah. You know, so they said, let's put them in with the people that are most affected by, you know, and have the most corrupt immune system probably on the planet. And
not corrupt.
What is it?
It's not correct. They have the bad. They have a bad immune system.
Yeah, it's
compromised.
Compromised. That's why I have her on the show.
It's not. They're not corrupt.
I'm doing most of the talking here, but sometimes
I have to keep you straight.
Compromised, not corrupt.
Yeah,
our government is corrupt.
Okay, yeah, but not. The elderly are compromised.
So you got the most compromised immune system on. Yeah. In these facilities on the planet. Will you agree with me on that?
Yes, I do.
And they said, yeah, let's do that. You know, the leaders are like, let's talk to the scientists. Scientist says, put them all in there. Now, we know that's probably not why they put them all in there. But, you know, they said they trusted, you know, the people and the scientists to do certain things. And I don't think it's right, you know. And then again, let's move on. Okay. I'm going to give you a chance to give one of yours. So think about it while I'm talking to you, okay? I'm going to give you some time. Another example is with the, you know, jibby jab, right? The jibby jab, scientists are like, it's going to stop the spread, right? And you can't give it to anybody else, and you can't get it. And I'm like, well, you know, it just came out, you know. You just invented this thing. It has less than a year trials, right? With your science, right? 18 months to be exact.
Oh, okay.
18 months this thing's been, you know, out there. Okay. You know, you don't know what's going to happen.
No, you don't.
But we do know,
Yes. What do we know?
that 99.97% of the people are surviving the thing in the first place.
Yes,
right?
they are.
And I'm like, so I use my common sense and I look around. Maybe it's worse. Maybe it's better, right? Let me use my common sense. So I go out and I look. And, the people out at the highway that are traveling, that work in the, the convenience stores and gas stations, they're all fine. They're, they might get a cold or something. But everybody, I ask them daily, is anybody affected by this along the highway where people are traveling, not locked down? No, they're all fine. And, I go to my, Route 66. I won't mention names, but our burger place, right? Those people all laughed at it all and just went along just normally. And, all the people that work there, just fine, So I'm just saying you got to use your common sense and your intuition.
Okay.
All right, so that's another, it's like somebody come up to you and say, that, you should get this, right? And you're like, I don't, why? Because they tell you that, and you're like, but it hasn't been tested, I got a pretty good chance of surviving this.
Yeah.
I don't want any foreign objects in my body. It's like getting a tattoo and finding out what you said on your tattoo was later on in life not good, and what you're stuck with it, baby. You're stuck with that for life, So I'm just saying, you got to use your. Do you have any examples that you would like to tell the people about common sense?
No.
Okay, you want me to keep rambling?
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep
going. I have no idea what
is
going on.
We all knew from the beginning, whenever Donald Trump was in office, right?
Yeah.
That they were. Common sense tells me the Democrats and Republican deep staters did not like him. I mean, that's just obvious, right? And they wanted to get rid of him at all costs. They tried 2 times to what?
Impeach him.
Right. Did it work?
No.
Why? Because he didn't do nothing wrong, And I'm like, whenever they first started saying this, I'm like, well, that's just because Hillary's mad. She lost, So she's going to, but nobody's going to believe that crap that Hillary's, we all know she's just making that up, and everything. And just, this is all crazy. But it kept going for a year or two, at least the first, thing. And so again, what happened as soon as the second impeachment failed?
The CV came out.
CV immediately, like the next day or two, came out with Tom Hanks and the NBA.
Yes.
They needed something. And then, if they would have just said Mark Falloon and El Reno was vacationing in Australia, right? Okay, get this. I was vacationing in Australia. Oh my gosh. Mark Falloon has the CV. Everybody would be like, well, he's in Australia. Who cares? And we're nobody's affected here, so let's just keep on keeping on, right? So, and guess where Tom Hanks sells a lot of his movies at?
Do you want me to tell you something?
Yeah, please.
I think you spelt believe wrong.
I'm sure, I know I did.
I before E, except after C.
See, that I did that on purpose.
Okay.
To see if anybody would catch it and put it in the comments down below.
I feel like government's not spelled right either. I feel like there's an
I
N
did that. Yeah, there's an N in there.
Yeah.
Exactly. I did that just to make people comment down below.
You should really have one of the spelling Nazis help you out with these things.
I used to. How about that? Let's we'll finish off on that. Let's keep on track. Okay. So, I mean, we've told all this in our show from the beginning. But, again, the man upstairs said, come on, man. And I'm just saying to the people out there that I guess they're so invested in being right that they can't see what I perceive as being wrong. Right? Okay, so, like, again, it's like, again, the NFL playoffs happened, right?
Yeah.
And the players had it all season long. And then during that period of time, they're not there. Governor Newsom, he's out partying with them all without, a mask on and everything. And they're just having a rip-roaring good time. I'm using my common sense to go, they knew this is all for control, purposes and everything.
Yeah.
And 99.97. And then you probably take the people now that are getting the jibby jabs and the boosters and everything. I gotta say that 99.9% of those people are surviving also.
Yeah.
So is it really anything?
I don't know.
How do you know? They say, well, the symptoms are gonna be way less for you.
Mm-hmm.
But they had to say that there was a new strain of it, right?
Yeah.
That was less symptoms. So even if you had the jibby jab, I almost said it, the jibby jab, or didn't have the jibby jab, you had less symptoms. So they still got it.
Yeah.
Even if they got it, So they just and I'm like using my common sense, going, well, yeah, of course, But how do you tell that person? Like, you can't take that person and have them not have the jab, and get it. Then have the jab and get it, and say, well, it was a lot. This strain was a lot. They do things that you can't see, like down in Antarctica. They do all kind of crazy stuff down there, telling you, scaring you. Can't see it, but I can look out my window, use my common sense, say, well, winter's winter, summer's summer, some are colder, some are hotter, some are wetter, some are drier. Nothing's changed.
Okay.
Your turn, your opinion.
I have no opinion.
We'll get back to what you were talking about.
Oh, about the spelling people?
Yeah, the spelling Nazis.
Yeah. Spelling people. They love to correct your spelling, especially on Facebook. So.
Yeah. And, they love, they're like, oh boy, I'm going to get Mark to just cry tonight by telling him he misspelled a word. Like, I was devastated,
I know.
I'd go, you saw me. I was in bed. Oh my gosh, I misspelled government. Oh my goodness. People are going to think I'm stupid. No, I'm just a bad speller.
Yeah, bad speller.
I can fix the crap out of anything.
Yeah,
but
you
I can't spell worth beans. I never could. And, a lot of people with common sense, I'm going to say, can't spell. We'll have to ask the other brother. Because I think the other brother can fix the crap out of anything, but he can't spell. I bet you. I could be wrong, but I bet you that's true.
Okay.
Let's go on with another example, because this show is so exciting.
No. That's good.
And the tens and tens of people are like, Mark, tell us more.
No.
So let's go on. So the next thing is Ukraine, right?
Okay.
We don't know what's going on over there.
No.
We don't live there. We haven't invested a lot of time in there. But, I took what the Russians were saying, and I took what the, Ukrainians were saying, and I tried to deduce what's really going on over there.
It's probably somewhere in the middle.
It's probably somewhere in the middle, all I know is my spidey senses went up whenever everything about it's in the other room. You were using Hunter's.
Oh yeah, I had to use Hunter's laptop.
Yeah, and we're not saying it's the Hunter.
No,
but we did find Hunter's laptop. And but the other laptop, right? It had all kinds of things about business deals in Ukraine.
Yes,
with Hunter, right? Nefarious stuff going on over there with the big guy. We don't know who the big guy is.
We don't know.
Common sense tells me who the big guy is, but science might differ.
How you differ
from what I think the big guy is. That's how this all works, people. So that's going on, and then we know he's doing business, and then the dad outright says that he wanted that one guy investigating the company that Hunter works for, right? You got to fire that guy, or you don't get your $1 billion, right? I mean, that's common sense, That's like, oh well, he's got a lot of pull in Ukraine. What's going on in Ukraine is affected bigly by our politicians here in America.
Oh, okay.
So maybe this war has more to do with us than we might know, right? What do you think?
I have no opinion on that.
Okay, so, but whatever, so now that all went on, and then all of a sudden there's a war.
Yes.
In the place where you hear of all the nefarious stuff going on. And you're going, gosh, I wonder why Ukraine's a mess. Now, you've heard of MK Ultra, right? Well, they used it here. CIA even admitted they do it here in America. They've done it before. They're probably doing it right now. And so over in Ukraine, they start a channel, right? And then start a show where the guy that's on the show is president.
Mm-hmm.
Then he becomes president.
Mm-hmm.
You can't even make this stuff up. And my spidey senses and my common sense says, yeah, they manipulated, and who knows how fair their people picking process. Like I get that from another guy. I should give him credit for it. But the people picking process is whenever you go in and put your thing in that thing, and it says, so common sense says that this machine, right, should just count the little black dot. Yes, I voted for this person. But there's like code 10 billion miles deep in this thing that should just say
yes or no.
I want
this person or that person.
Yeah, a fifth grader could program this machine to speed up time, and you just take the ballots like that, right?
Okay.
And that looks impressive at 2 times speed right there. So you're putting them in there, right? And it's counting.
Yeah.
And you still have the physical, things, to double check everything. But these things are so advanced, and they have, again, common sense tells me we should keep this as simple as we can.
Yeah. And
now, during the people picking process that evening, my gosh, somebody's winning, right? Then on all these weird swing states, it went down, right?
Yeah.
Do you need something? Do you need to be somewhere today?
Yeah.
Where?
Going to church.
Okay.
Later.
All right.
I'm just saying.
It's Saturday.
We've talked about all these things.
I know, but I have to.
Already.
I have to do it because there might be a new person to make it closer to 20 people.
Yeah.
So we got to tell them.
Okay.
One more time.
Okay.
All right. So got that. So that they're going in there. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Trump had all the people at the rallies, right? Still to this day have even more at his rally.
Yeah.
And Biden, he couldn't even have one person. 6 people in a circle. They did that, the CV just to prove, because they knew nobody's going to go. They're going to see that he has everybody. They don't. I'm just telling you, sometimes you can use the science if you want to, but God gave me common sense and intuition. And he made it really strong with me.
Okay.
And I call it out as I see it. So, the people that use science, a lot of them are good people. They are great people, right? They just fell for all the stuff, all these things flashing down here on the other mainstream channels.
Yeah.
They fell for all. Now they're just like, Mark, you have to trust the science. I'm like, okay, science says 99.97% live, and nobody would put anything in them that hasn't been tested, right, before. And science, you got to do it, save the planet, So all I'm saying, people, use your common sense, dig into it, do your own research on a lot of this stuff, and man, we're still here, right?
Yeah.
We've been having a ripple, and then they say, oh, you're worried about, yeah, I worry about America's freedom. Everything they did with this CV was to take away our freedom. And lock and slowly nip at our our freedom. And now they're saying that if you don't have this, a lot of places you can't do anything, right?
Yeah.
A lot of colleges says if you don't have this, you don't get your internet. You do not get to be on Facebook, and do all the fun stuff you like on the internet, unless you get the, that doesn't make any sense. Leave it up to the people to decide whether they need it or don't need it. There's nothing going on right now that out there that says this is a problem, let alone it never did before with the 99.97. And now you're telling the whole world to force this thing. And boy, I can go into common sense, looking into the people there. And again, Elon Musk, he's trying to buy Twitter. A lot of people freaking out about that, boy, right? But you got to use your common sense. It could be good. It could be bad. I'm not on the fence on any of this yet. I just know I like free speech, and I think we've been stifled to where we have to use wacky words like jibby jab, right? And that's not right. That's not free speech.
That's not free
and
speech.
we talked about the labs, right? And boy, they didn't like that at all. They said we were crazy, but my common sense said, ooh, something started in Wuhan. There's a lab in Wuhan that is studying exactly what's going on in Wuhan. My common sense said, boy, it probably came from there, if it was anything to begin, right? So I don't know. But I just use my common sense. And then later on, they're like, oh, free speech says, yeah, it could. In fact, a lot of scientists say, yeah, it was genetically manufactured by humans. So again, just use your own common sense, keep an eye to the ground to see what's going on. Oh, and my favorites, whoever controls the data controls the science outcome too. It's not so much science as it is who can manipulate the data to come up with what you want. And I just thought it was funny. One of the biggest companies that had the data for all the research on all the
I know.
the CV, yeah. That company, right before all this, sold to a defense contractor. That defense contractor, medical, they go hand in hand, so. Again, I use my common sense on that. Well, you look like you have a lot to get done today. And so we're going to end this show. Now, remember, this show is how long right now?
I have no idea.
Where'd it go? It usually tells us.
I think it's down below.
It's down below? All right. Well, let's take a look at that. 22 minutes.
Oh, my goodness.
2 times speed. I'm only taking up 11 minutes of your time, which is nothing. So that's it. If you saw any of the spelling wrong, if you got past the, let's be nice and just click like and say, oh, great show. Comment down below. Man, you misspelled a lot of stuff, Grumpy. And it's good to be back. I'll try to do more. I don't know if it, a lot of people say there's other channels telling us.
Yeah.
A lot of channels, but Shoot Dang Fest is coming up. Shoot Dang Fest is coming up. Can't wait to see a lot of people. I'm not going to name names because there's too many, but we made lots of good friends in this YouTube community.
Yeah.
And we don't get to see them, but once or twice a year. So I'm looking forward to going to Shoot Dang Fest and seeing a lot of our good YouTube friends.
All right. So let's get out of here.
And what do you say at the end of all the Grumpy Grandpas?
Be kind and rewind.
Yeah. Be kind, please. Rewind this video so that the next person on YouTube, if it makes it to YouTube, and the Rumbles, that's time consuming too. That they have to sit there and rewind it to watch it. So please rewind it for the next person of tens and tens of people.
Can watch it.
We might be up to 20 of 20 people. 20 of 20 people don't have to
rewind.
Okay.